Hello and welcome to another video with me, Miles Jordan. This is going to be a talky video, so if you don't like the sound of my voice then please leave now. Anyway, this is more gameplay footage of Crysis I'm bringing to you today. As I said before, I've been wanting to upload quite a bit of footage of this because I absolutely love the game. I'm still getting to grips with the controls, and I'm using an Xbox controller on the PC because I've been finding it a wee bit easier. I found the controls okay. I preferred using the keyboard for Crysis1, but Crysis2 I'm just finding it a lot easier with the Xbox control at the moment. So, but obviously I've just started using it, so it's not going so great at the moment, as you can probably tell. I've tried to show off some of the cool features of Crysis2 in the gameplay. So obviously, like this, I'm supposed to be stealthing at the moment, but obviously it's impossible because you have to jump from a ledge. If you didn't spot that, you probably shouldn't be in the army. Anyway, this is on, I think it's on the 3rd or 4th level. You've got to get into a building in Wall Street basically to get into this nano cradle thing. And I'll try not to give too much away, but that's basically what you're doing. You're with the scientist guy you probably saw in the last video as well. Anyway, I'll try and explain to you a bit about Crysis and what I'm thinking at the moment. This isn't obviously I'll try not to be too boring with it, but obviously this is about games. Gameplay will be running in the background, but I can't promise it what I'm saying will always be relevant to it. Anyways, let's begin. Okay, so one of the first things you probably notice is the game looks pretty damn amazing. I'm running this on a PC, but from what I've seen of the Xbox and PS3 versions, it's also pretty good there. Crysis1 was mainly made famous just for the quality of the graphics, and also just the fact that it was near impossible to run unless you had a really beefy PC. I don't know, there's been quite a few changes since the first one. One thing they seem to have done is made the gameplay a little smoother, the controls a little tighter, which obviously has probably become partially because of the move to consoles they've made. I'm pretty happy with the PC version. I may be getting the PS3 version yet, so I'll have to see how that goes. But from what I've been hearing, it's been getting pretty positive reviews of about 90, and I quite agree with that. It's obviously a fun game. It does seem to. It's not quite as like smooth running as a game like Call of Duty, where the shooting's it's not quite as tight, if you know what I mean. It's a bit juddery. Obviously, it's just to do with the sensitivity a little bit. I find myself dying quite a bit at the moment. I'm not quite sure if that's really just because I'm crap or just because the it's, I don't know, some situations are a little hard to deal with. Like here, if people are quite close to you, it's not always easy to kill them. The armor, I think, to be honest, the armor abilities like stealth and armor are quite balanced. I've used them a little bit in multiplayer, and they're okay, I guess. And the multiplayer's not my favourite, but I'm certainly enjoying it, just partially because of the just how good it looks, really. The only criticism I have is stealth seems a little bit redundant, obviously, because you can't do it for a heck of a long time. But I always find that, whether with other games where you can kill an enemy and no one will be alerted, Crysis, if you kill mainly just a single enemy, the whole thing will go off, and you'll have to keep stopping them becoming invisible. And what I prefer to see really is just them not be alerted at all. It gives you a bigger sense of satisfaction. Enemies wise, they're absolutely amazing. And the standard enemies are pretty fun to fight. You know, Call of Duty games, you just get someone camping behind a box, and that's usually it. But this one, there's obviously troops like these, but then there's the aliens of the game, which are absolutely great. One thing I always love about the Halo series is the fact that the enemies are so diverse and fun to fight, and it's just really carried on to Crysis. Enemies are a lot of fun. It looks absolutely fantastic when they're moving around in all this Crysis' HD glory, but I'm really enjoying it. Here we go, like here, exactly, is what I mean by the controls. I crouch when I should have been, obviously, trying to hit him. So it's stuff like melee isn't quite as easy as other games. One thing that never gets tired though is blowing things up. Aiming's fine, everything's pretty tight. Obviously you can see here, pretty explosion. That's the kind of thing that makes Crysis great, these kind of little set pieces, and if you just look around, it all just looks pretty damn fantastic. You can rip up turrets, which I don't think I show here, but that's quite a good feature. Obviously I've been using the sniper a lot because I do quite enjoy the sniping. I miss the sound of the gunfire from the game. It's not that obvious in this thing, but it seems a little bit tinnier, I find, than the old game. If you used to fire it in the original Crysis, you'd really know about it. It's quite a realistic sound, and this one seems to have nerfed it a little bit, and it's a bit more like standard kind of game sound, a little bit less bass than normal, but I don't know, it's still good. Obviously here I'm trying to struggle to open the door. The story of Crysis, it's quite good. From what I've read about it, it gets better towards the end, but at the moment it's not bad. It's not fantastic, but it's certainly not boring. I'm just trying to go with it at the moment. I haven't had a heck of a lot of chance to play it, but I hope to do some more soon, so obviously hoping I can finish it. Anyway, yeah, the one thing they seem to have added is obviously because the suits become a little bit more powerful, they seem to have added these kind of electricity guns that just drain your energy, so you're kind of screwed. So yeah, but on the whole, I've never been beefing about controls, but it has got a lot better than the original one, and I'm not really anything to complain about. Yep, here we go. Me just struggling to kill that guy, punching the nuts, always good. Yeah, but I don't know, it's pretty damn good. I'd certainly recommend buying it personally, whether it be Xbox, PS3 or PC like I've got it on. Obviously if you're looking for the best graphical setting, then obviously PC's worth it, but there's really not a heck of a lot of difference between the PC and the console editions. It's pretty damn good. Anyway, so that's probably about it. Pretty much wraps up the video. I'll probably be bringing you some more, probably just more gameplay really, because there's only so much I can say. I will be bringing more Minecraft videos soon, don't worry. Some of you seem to like the commentary for some whatever reason, so I'll be bringing you some more of them, plus probably some more Crysis gameplay. So thanks for listening.